My name is Oshima Ren. One of the few things I look forward doing with my small salary is going out drinking.
Ah, Ren, we met today again.
Hey Reno, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
The flamboyant beauty who greeted me cheerfully and sat down next to me was Reno Mamiya. We often saw each other at this bar, and since we both always alone, we become drinking buddies before we knew it. Looks like you did a lot of shopping today too.
Yeah, it's fun to shop all day.
She showed me the branded shopping bags. I'm sure she wasn't trying to offend me, but I was jealous she had so much free time. She didn't work and just went out all day for fun. Must be nice. I, on the other hand, always stayed late at work where I had a low salary. Might as well have been working for free. Maybe I should change jobs. I had started considering it seriously. It's late again, but I'm not really hungry. I would just go to the bar and drink a little bit before going home. I left my workplace and headed downtown. Then I saw a luxury car stop and our president got out of it. Shit, he wouldn't know I was an employee even if he had seen me, but I reflexively hid in the shadows. What's he doing here? While I was spying on him, a woman came down the stairs as if following the president. She was a beautiful woman with long, slender arms and legs. Wait, isn't that Reno? The face illuminated by the streetlight was definitely Reno's, and after a friendly conversation, the two entered a high-class Japanese restaurant. What's their relationship? Could they be… I headed to the bar with a bewildered feeling. Why are they together? What's their relationship?
Ah, Ren, we met again.
As I pondered in agony, Reno came over. Why are you here? You were just with my company president.
President? Oh, you saw us.
She sat down next to me with a slightly troubled look on her face. Her face gave me a bad feeling. Is he your sugar daddy or something?
Sugar daddy? No, I'd never do such a thing.
Then why were you with such an old man?
Well, actually, he's my father.
Huh? Are you serious? I wished she was kidding, but Reno is pretty wealthy for her age and always seems to be able to play around. If she's the president's daughter, that would make sense.
Sorry to keep it a secret. We get along well, so I didn't want to ruin our relationship.
That's fine, but it kind of got to me.
Why?
Because of my job, of course. I told her how strict the company's work system was and how low the company's salary was. You can go shopping around because there are employees who work hard at the company. Do you imagine what their lives are like?
Well…
I hope you'll keep in mind your life is financed by our sacrifices.
You're right. That must be awful. I apologize.
But before I realized, Reno ran off. Damn, now I've said it. Company's matters are the president's problem, not hers. I was really upset that I had taken it out on her and left the bar early, sobbing. After that, I started to avoid the bar for some reason and started to devote myself more to my work. Weird, I feel kind of dizzy. I felt a tremor as I'd been hit by an earthquake. Maybe I'm just tired, but I don't have time to reset. After a few days of pushing myself to keep working, I collapsed from exhaustion. I can't believe I'm going to have to take paid holidays like this, I thought with a heavy head as I lay in bed. But if I keep living like this forever, I'll be in real trouble. I'll have to seriously think about changing jobs. Then as I sighed, the intercom rang. I dragged my heavy body up to open the door. Hello?
Hello.
Reno? Why are you here?
I asked my father for your address. I heard you got sick and I was really worried about you. So I'm here to take care of you. Ren, I'm here now, so everything will be fine. How about you go lay down?
Hold up. Reno barged into the house and took me by the hand as she walked inside. I was half forced into my bed.
You really do look pale. Have you had anything to eat?
No, I'm not really hungry.
You should eat if you want to feel better. I'll make some rice porridge.
Oh, okay. Is this a dream? Reno's care was so devoted that I really wondered that. But to be honest, I was too tired to do anything myself, so Reno's visit was a big help. In the end, Reno stayed at my place all day to take care of me, up into the evening. Thank you, Reno. You really helped me a lot today.
But you're still sick, right? I'll stay here until you feel completely better.
What? Why?
Because my father was the reason this happened to you. I'm his daughter, so I'm also responsible for this.
Uh-huh. She's responsible?
It's my responsibility, so please focus on resting yourself.
Oh, okay. Reno even did housework for me. Before I knew it, I had fallen asleep listening to the sound of her busily moving around. Next morning, I woke up feeling something warm. It's kind of warm and smells nice. I opened my eyes in a dazed and frozen place. Reno, why is she sleeping in my bed? I only have the one bed. At some point, she had changed into her pajamas and fell asleep with her arms and legs wrapped around me as if she was using me as a pillow. I can't move. As I panicked about the position I had never experienced before, Reno opened her eyes.
Oh, Ren, morning. How are you feeling?
I'm alright. Reno glared at my face from above as if she was worried about me. I felt like my heart was going to burst from the close distance.
Good. You look better today. Hold on, I'll make breakfast now.
Oh, okay. Reno made a healthy, tasty Japanese-style breakfast. Then in the evening, what? Are you staying tonight too?
Mm-hmm.
But I think I'm better now.
You shouldn't let your guard down yet, right? I don't want you to fall ill again, so you shouldn't push yourself. Besides, wouldn't it be more reassuring if you had someone here?
That's true, but
Right? So, it's settled.
perhaps it was a mistake to nod my head at the time. But after that, Reno started coming into my house for whatever reason. We're basically living together. What would happen if the president found out about this? I would start to tear my own hair out. When I got out of the bath, Reno was in the living room table with her laptop open. Lately, it's like she's been constantly studying for something. Reno put on a difficult face in front of her laptop computer late every night. Reno?
Yes?
Whenever I called out to her, she would close her laptop in a hurry. Apparently, she didn't want me to know about it. I'm not sure what you're doing, but don't push yourself too hard. I wouldn't want you to pass out.
Yeah, thanks.
Reno's happy smile made me nervous again. She does look cute when she smiles. A few months later, Reno went out dressed in some fancy clothes. She's looking unusually fashionable today, but not in a flashy way, more like business attire. I wonder what's up with that. Ren, I've got big news. As I got to the office with all sorts of thoughts floating, my colleague Tanaka came running up to me in a panic. I hear the president is going to be replaced. What? All of a sudden? Yeah, apparently something happened with his family. Is that so? At the moment, Reno's face flashed through my mind. I wonder if Reno is related to this. I went to the morning assembly with these thoughts in mind, and there was Reno standing on stage.
Hello, everyone. I know you are probably surprised at this sudden notice, but I am assuming the position of president of this company as of today. I look forward to working with you.
A young woman suddenly introduced herself as the president of the company, and the employees were murmuring, even in the middle of the morning assembly.
I understand you all may be feeling a little shaken, but please give me 3 months. We will transform the company into a place where you can work comfortably.
The whole day the company was in an uproar. When I got home, I immediately asked Reno what was going on. How come you suddenly became the company president?
Because I thought that if I left it to my father any longer, you would collapse again. The same goes for all the employees. The employees are what make the company what it is.
That's true, but can you make it as a president?
I said give me 3 months, right?
After that, Reno became far busier than me. Now Reno is going to be the one to collapse, isn't she? However, thanks to Reno, the company drastically revised its business structure and salary structure, and the treatment of employees improved. Employees were more motivated and their work efficiency increased. As a result, our company's business performance improved. Reno, you are amazing. You really did make the company become reborn in 3 months.
I worked on it really hard.
I know, you really are amazing.
Actually, it's all thanks to you.
Why me?
Because you scolded me that one time, so I started seriously thinking I shouldn't go on like that.
Oh, you mean that day? But the reason you're running the business so well is because you studied hard about management every day.
Oh, you knew I had been studying.
Kind of. You can't just become the president of a company overnight. When I said that, Reno laughed shyly. You really are amazing. You have a great reputation among the employees and the company is doing well because you have been learning about it. It's really admirable.
Thank you. Well, I did always have my doubts about my father's management style, so I learned about it little by little. But I was afraid to take the first step because I was afraid of the change in the environment. And also, I was afraid that if I interfered in the management of the company, it will go bankrupt. But thanks to you, I made up my mind.
Reno,
Ren, I think you are the person I need. So I want to be with you from now on.
yeah, I think I need you too. I feel so much more at ease with you, like we can lift each other up.
I think so too.
Reno laughed happily at my words. Boom.
At the gymnasium, the school volleyball match. The boys in my class. The setter had tossed the ball perfectly, and the ridiculously good-looking guy jumped up to an incredible height and slammed the ball into the opponent's court. Fujishima-kun on the opposing team, the ace player of the men's volleyball club, couldn't reach and just stood there stunned. Now, 1 week prior. My name is Yuna Yamano. I am currently in the first year of high school. I'm in class 2. My current problem is that I'm being made of fun for not being popular to boys at school. It was those days when Yuko Hayashi, a popular and flashy girl in my class, was always trying to put me down. Yamano-san, the sad, unattractive introvert with being smart as the only thing going for her. You don't spend money on clothes and you don't even wear makeup. That's why you can't have a handsome boyfriend like me. Fujishima-kun, who is said to be Yuko Hayashi's boyfriend, is in a different class, but he is the ace player in the volleyball club and certainly is tall and handsome. He certainly is a handsome guy that all the girls longed for. Because she wants to be the best in everything, and I'm in the same grade as her, she doesn't seem to enjoy my existence. According to my best friend Midori-chan, Yuko is doing petty things like verbally harassing me to potentially get me down to the point that I could not study, or so she says. It's not worth my time, so days went on where I ignored Yuko completely, until one day I was about to head home, and Midori-chan was right next to me when we were blocked ahead. Oh, Yamano-san, about tomorrow's exams, I'll never lose to you. This time I studied a lot. You always got the highest score. As I stayed silent, you were always the best in the class because you were just studying without being asked out by a man. But this time, I didn't go out at all, and my mom made me go to cram school more often, so I really did my best. I couldn't go out and I'm suffering, all because of you. My mom really wants me to be the number 1. I don't want to study anymore. I'm hoping that you don't do well on purpose tomorrow or refuse to come to school in the future. No, I have to do my best on the test. And she says, huh? I'm giving you an offer that if you just don't do as well in tomorrow's test, I'll stop verbally harassing you. Midori-chan, who was right next to me, snapped.
Wow, Yuko Hayashi, you made a quiet fool of my best friend Yuna, didn't you? I have no idea what you're talking about. Yuna, unpopular from boys?
Huh? Midori, I'm just telling the truth.
You don't seem to know, so I'll tell you. Yuna has a boyfriend.
What? That's gonna be a lie. There's no way she has a boyfriend.
You're stupid, Yuko. She really does.
Midori-chan lied as naturally as she would breathe. I was panicking in my mind, thinking, What? What are you saying, Midori-chan? Are you sure? Yuna here seems surprised at the news. Midori-chan gently nudged me on my back. Apparently, according to her facial expression, she wants me to play along. Yeah, I have a boyfriend. Oh, is that so? Well then, Yamano-san, this Sunday, let's have a double date with me and my boyfriend, Fujishima-kun. You can't refuse. It's right after the exams, so it's fine, isn't it? Let's go out, whether it's a movie date or a shopping date. Bring it on. This Sunday at 10:30 a.m. Bring the man who you say is your boyfriend to the designated place. Alright? And this is how I ended up with Midori-chan saying that I had a boyfriend and having plans for a double date with Yuko Hayashi. Yuko's eyes were filled with suspicion, as if to say that this was all a lie, and she said, I have to go home early to study. See you. You promised, so bring your boyfriend on Sunday. Well, if you are only telling the truth. Yuko went away and I met Midori-chan's gaze. Midori-chan, why did you lie like that? You know I don't have a boyfriend.
Well, I was frustrated. You never talk back at her. She's going to keep escalating unless you get back at her every once in a while.
I mean, I don't have a boyfriend, Midori-chan says.
Not to worry. We can just ask someone to play the role of your boyfriend.
The role of my boyfriend?
Yeah, he can just pretend to be your boyfriend.
But who can I ask? As I looked lost, Midori-chan stopped one of the boys from class 2.
Yamabuki-kun,
What is it?
can I ask you a favor? Can you pretend to be Yuna's boyfriend? It's only for one day. It's this Sunday.
Midori-chan proceeded to tell the whole story of Yuko Hayashi always making fun of me for not being popular with the boys, and that she ended up telling her that I have a boyfriend, and so on. Yamabuki-kun is tall, but he is a nerdy boy with glasses. He had the same introverted vibe like me. The reason why Midori-chan asked Yamabuki-kun to be my boyfriend for a day was because, according to what she told me later, he is a friendly person and cannot say no to things. Yamabuki-kun didn't hesitate at all and immediately answered, Yeah, sure. I'm sorry, Yamabuki-kun. When I apologized, he said,
No problem. I was free this Sunday anyways.
He had heavy bangs and his expression was hard to see, but I could tell he smiled. Now, the next day, after the exams, Yuko was in a bad mood. Apparently, she couldn't get good scores because she made a lot of careless mistakes. She leaned back and took my answer sheet from my hands. As she looked at my scores, she was shaking in anger. I lost! She looked mortified, but then she immediately grinned. I'm looking forward to this Sunday. I mean, he's your boyfriend, so what kind of shabby guy are you planning on bringing? By the way, Yamabuki-kun was sitting next to me. No way! There was no way I could tell Hayashi-san that I was bringing Yamabuki-kun to the date. Sunday has come. I dressed up and headed to the designated spot. Hayashi-san and her boyfriend, Fujishima-kun, hadn't come yet. When I was waiting in front of the fountain, I heard a voice above my head.
I'm sorry, did you wait?
Huh? Who are you? There was a handsome guy with his hair slicked back and well-defined eyes and nose in front of me. At first glance, a tough guy.
Looking forward to today.
Are you hitting on me?
Huh? You asked me to be your boyfriend for a day.
He's acting way different than usual.
It's me, Yamabuki, stupid.
Total aggressive attitude. The tough guy vibe is so different from his usual gentle way of speaking. I kind of like it. When I thought in my mind, Yuko appeared with Fujishima-kun and was shocked. Wow, who's that handsome guy?
I'm Yuna's boyfriend.
It can't be. There's no way Yuna has such a cool boyfriend.
No, really, I'm her boyfriend.
I was suddenly hugged by Yamabuki-kun.
You even have a better boyfriend than me.
To this, Fujishima-kun didn't stay quiet.
Hey Yuko, what do you mean better? I feel offended.
Fujishima-kun was seriously in shock when he saw Yamabuki-kun.
Are you really the Shinji Yamabuki that I played against at the junior high prefecture tournament?
Hey, what are you talking about, Fujishima-kun?
Shut up, Yuko. I have the utmost respect for this guy. Our team lost horribly to this guy. I'm leaving.
He pushed Yuko out of the way and left as though he were running away. After that, did Yuko not realize that this is Yamabuki-kun who sits next to me in the class?
What's your first name? Why are you dating an introvert like Yuna?
She was asking persistently. Yamabuki-kun didn't show any interest in her and started saying things to me like,
It's cute when you take off your glasses. Just the other day, I saw you sleeping in class, and I saw your face up close. It was really cute. So I guess I kind of fell for you then?
Huh? Up close? During the class?
I think Yuko Hayashi has so many questions. I guess she couldn't even imagine that Yamabuki-kun is such a handsome guy.
Yuko Hayashi, we're going on a date, so don't bother us anymore.
Yamabuki-kun grabbed my wrist and we ran off.
What? You know my name?
After entering Paruko, which is very close to the meeting spot, we enjoyed shopping and lunch at the restaurant on the first floor. And now it's time for the two of us to go home. I thanked Yamabuki-kun.
Thank you for today.
Then,
About the boyfriend for a day deal, would you like to extend it? Actually, I've always liked you, Yuna-san, and I talked to Midori-san about how I liked you so that I could get closer to you. And she asked me if I would like to pretend to be your boyfriend.
my reply to that confession was,
Sure.
Now, next Monday, Yuko Hayashi was looking for the handsome guy in our grade, but Yamabuki-kun has returned to his nerdy glasses look, and Yuko Hayashi never figured out that Yamabuki-kun was the handsome man from that day. However, time went by, and it was the day of the volleyball class match. The super handsome man has appeared. It was Yamabuki-kun without his glasses. He landed many spikes against Fujishima-kun's team, and the crowd went wild. And I only heard about this later. Yamabuki-kun was the ace player in the best junior high volleyball team in all of Japan. Fujishima-kun was afraid and couldn't play as well during the match.
Oh, a female employee bumped into me with quite a force. At the same time, documents that she was carrying scattered around and she fell down on the floor too. Her skirts were flipped over to a risky length.
I'm sorry.
She hastily fixed her skirts and stood up. That was the moment I realized she was the popular beautiful worker from the marketing department, Miss Shizuku Sasaki. Her face was completely red, maybe because she embarrassed herself by falling or because of her skirts being flipped over. I didn't dream of this cute girl to be such a schemer.
Mr. Motegi, please come to our department. I don't think you should waste your skills in your department.
If that's what you want, I'll decline your offer. I want to have it easy. I declared so and stood up, but Miss Sasaki was holding the receipt in front of me with a mean face.
I paid for your lunch, didn't I?
I'll pay for that. When I quickly reached for my wallet, Miss Sasaki grabbed and stopped my hand.
I don't take the returns in cash. Instead, sign here.
That was the transfer request sheet to where she works, the marketing department. My name is Yutaka Motegi. I usually don't have much work in afternoon, so I kill my time by surfing the internet. If I don't get any urgent works, I don't have much to do today as per usual. When I was skimming the online news thinking like that, I overheard the usual gossips.
Hey, that guy is slacking again. He's really useless.
I heard that he came in here through some connections, so directors can't say anything to him.
And he gets paid more than us? That's horrible.
Cold gaze and cold words. It's an everyday occurrence, so I kept on surfing the internet. An hour passed by and I was bored of surfing the internet, so I got up and walked around the office. I wonder what I could do to pass time. Just when I turned the corridor, thinking like that. Oh! A female employee bumped into me with quite a force. At the same time, documents that she was carrying scattered around and she fell down on the floor too. Her skirts were flipped over to a risky length.
I'm sorry.
She hastily fixed her skirts and stood up. That was the moment I realized she was the popular beautiful worker from the marketing department, Miss Shizuku Sasaki. Her face was completely red, maybe because she embarrassed herself by falling, or because of her skirts being flipped over. You're sweating a lot. Where are you going in such a haste?
I have to hurry up for these documents. I have to get the confirmations from each department, so I had to run.
Is that so? That sounds like a lot of work. I helped her collect the documents because she seemed to be in such a hurry. And I realized that one of the value that I saw for profit forecasting was wrong. I don't want to bother you, but that value seems off. You probably should get the forecast for that again by calculating it from the last months.
What? That can't be right.
Well, I just looked at that in a flash, and I calculated it in my head, so I might be wrong. But you should double check. Now, just watch where you're going.
Yes. Thank you very much.
I don't really care if the number is right or not, since the department doesn't have anything to do with me. I thought and spent a time in the break room enjoying coffee. The next day after the incident. That day, I didn't have anything to do after 11 a.m., so I was wondering about how I was going to kill time.
That's a huge yawn.
Hey, Miss Sasaki, why are you here? I stopped yawning in panic and stared at smiling Miss Sasaki. Maybe she needed to check on something since she's in the different department, but I don't see a reason for her talking to me. I'm just a normal employee, so I don't do any checkings for other departments.
You think that I came here because of something that doesn't have anything to do with you, and you're trying to predict the reason.
She read my mind? When I panicked, Miss Sasaki laughed joyfully.
I came here to thank you for what you did yesterday.
Yesterday? So the number was wrong?
Yes, that's why I didn't get scolded by the director yesterday. Directors of other departments even complimented me because they didn't realize the mistake.
Is that so? That's good.
Yeah, so do you want to have lunch with me? I'll pay for you.
You don't have to.
Don't say that. Come on.
When Miss Sasaki smiled, the chime for 12 o'clock rang and employees turned their computer off all at once. Miss Sasaki checked that I turned my computer off. She pulled my hands forcefully.
Now, let's go. I'll guide you to a good restaurant that is not crowded.
Hey! Apparently, Miss Sasaki is quite pushy. I couldn't take her hands off violently, so I decided to follow Miss Sasaki since I had no other choice. As a result, the lunch at where Miss Sasaki took me was quite delicious, and it wasn't crowded, so I was able to relax. It was a great place.
Was it good?
Yeah, I'm sorry that I made you pay.
I offered, so that's fine.
I really wasn't going to make her pay, but she paid by her car really fast, so I didn't have any chance to pay for myself. I have to thank her with something, I thought, and when I was drinking the after-lunch coffee, Miss Sasaki was looking into my eyes with such a smile.
Mr. Motegi, I actually have many friends, and I'm also lucky for having so many bosses who is willing to tell me anything.
Yeah? What's up with her all of a sudden? Miss Sasaki kept smiling and came close to me while I was very confused for a weird topic.
Mr. Motegi, you're keeping it secret from everyone. But you're not a high school graduate. You took the MBA at Harvard University.
What? Who told you that?
I can't say where I got the information from, but now I see why you look bored during the afternoon every day. You're too good so you can finish your work in the morning almost every single day.
When I heard of her convinced words, I stared at Miss Sasaki. What do you want?
It's smart of you to ask that. Mr. Motegi, please come to our department. I don't think you should waste your skills in your department.
If that's what you want, I'll decline your offer. I want to have it easy. I declared so and stood up, but Miss Sasaki was holding the receipt in front of me with a mean face.
I paid for your lunch, didn't I?
I'll pay for that. When I quickly reached for my wallet, Miss Sasaki grabbed and stopped my hand.
I don't take the returns in cash. Instead, sign here.
That's a transfer request sheet. It also neatly says that I am requesting to be at the marketing department. Other required fields were filled, so only thing that she needs was my signature and she could hand that in. Miss Sasaki smiled and gave me a pen. I wasn't taking her seriously, but she sure cleared the decks. I gave up and signed the sheet. Since then, everything changed and my everyday became so much busier. The marketing department had works for individual employees and we couldn't hide behind her boss either. I kept processing the documents that kept piling up. Phew, I probably should take a break. When I stood up, female employees suddenly ran towards me.
Mr. Motegi, are you going to have a break? I'm coming with you. Please tell me about your work techniques. Me too. Mr. Motegi, you're so cool. You're amazing at work.
Wow, I'm sorry. I want to spend my time alone, so maybe next time. I ran into a break room in different floors so they wouldn't find me. Phew, they talk to me all the time these days.
Everyone wants to be liked by you because they realize that you're smart.
Miss Sasaki. When I'm drinking a coffee trying to catch a breath, Miss Sasaki came in smiling.
You're that good at work. Why do you hide it? You can easily get promoted with that skills.
The best policy is to keep your head down, and I don't want any troubles. Also, if they know that I graduated from good schools, they expect a lot out of me, and if I can't do something, they'll swear at me. If that's the case, I thought it would be smart if I pretended that I couldn't do anything.
Ah, I see. That's true, especially for this company, because they judge you for where you graduated from.
Miss Sasaki nodded like she agreed beside me, and she looked up to me, smiling with that mean face.
However, if you're good at work, you really should show your skills as much as you can. Then, you can keep other people's heads down.
Haha, that could be true. Miss Sasaki, you have a cute face, but you say scary things. When I said so, Miss Sasaki flushed and looked down.
Cute.
Miss Sasaki?
I only thought that main character shouldn't be wasted away doing nothing. Also, I bump into Mr. Motegi just because you're a good and kind teacher to female employees. And I like Mr. Motegi, so I wanted to do something about it, and...
Eh? Did she just say that she likes me? In what sense does she say that? When I was panicking, Miss Sasaki looked up to me with her red face and said,
Like, if it's okay with you, do you want to go and have a drink? I mean, just with two of us.
Yeah. And that day, after a good drinking session at night, we officially decided to date each other. Oh, Hiro, you look so cute today. It was a Sunday. I was at Candle's live concert, my favorite idol group. It was the unveiling of a new song. I had reserved a ticket for the day. I stood in the crowd waving a fan with the word Hiro on it. I didn't care that I was surrounded by a bunch of other men who were almost suffocating me. I came to the venue alone. My forehead was sweating while I desperately screamed my love for Hiro. Eventually, the hour-and-a-half-long concert came to an end, and I headed home. I was tired, but I was happy to see Hiro in person. Alright. I stopped at both the bookstore and CD store, then headed home where I found a visitor.
You're late. Where have you been, Shinji?
Huh? Mahiro, why are you here? You need something? Her name is Mahiro Majima. We've been childhood friends since kindergarten. She is a beautiful girl, but I'm not interested in her. Why? Because she's too boogie for me. I'm a low-key, introverted otaku. I don't want to walk with a blonde, flashy girl like this.
It's not that I need something. Look, here, cookies. I made these and brought them for you. I've been waiting for you for 30 minutes.
You want me to taste it for poison, or...?
What? No, how rude.
Mahiro was bad at cooking. I figured she must have wanted me to taste it before giving them to someone else. In the end, she forced me to taste them, and they tasted pretty okay. Next day, I was talking with my idol otaku friends about our favorite idol group members. Me? That's easy. Has to be Hiro. Definitely Candle's Hiro-chan. They asked me about my favorite idol during our lunch break, so I answered honestly. I said out loud in front of my otaku friends the name of the girl who is in the center position of an idol group that is now at the peak of its popularity.
Oh man, same here. She's my favorite too. We both like the same girl.
I like Aki. I think twin tails are the best.
Each of us usually like different types of girls, but sometimes we liked the same girl, sometimes we didn't. I preferred when we didn't like the same girl because it made me feel like I could have the girl to myself.
How many posters do you have of her? I have 4.
I haven't got one yet.
Oh, that makes you a bad fan of hers. A fan has to collect her goods.
Is that so?
Yeah, man. You should spend money on her, so when you go to her meet and greet events, you can say you've been collecting her goods.
I see. I don't think I can, though. My family was poor. My mother raised me on her own, so I couldn't spend money like that. Watching Hero on TV was the best I could do.
Hey, Shinji, you've been like Hiro-chan this, Hiro-chan that lately. You've got into idols, haven't you? Isn't that kind of lame?
Shut up, leave me alone. It's none of your business whose fan I become.
Well, I guess so.
The next day, after school, Mahiro gave me a piece of chocolate, which just happened to be on Valentine's Day.
I didn't give it to you just out of obligation. I give it because I mean it. So, enjoy it.
Yeah. So anyway, Mahiro, did you just say something or?
I just told you. I give that to you seriously. Have some, if you don't mind.
Oh, What's with you? You never give me chocolate like this.
Just don't care about it. Hey, let's go home together today, Shinji. And tell me, what do you like about Hiro?
Well, she's cheerful, and even if she makes a mistake while dancing, she never stops smiling.
I see.
I also like her ponytail.
Then I might try a ponytail too.
You two are all different. She's a traditional type girl. She's completely different from someone girly like you.
Wow, watch out for your words.
I like black-haired traditional girls like Hiro. She's my ideal. She's a typical pretty Japanese girl.
Oh, I see. I got your type of girl now.
You look serious though. What's up?
You want me to introduce you to Hiro? Your ideal girl tomorrow? Actually, I know her. You know, Hiro, the idol.
What?
10:30 at the Flower Clock Park in front of Paruko. 10:30, alright?
Hold on, really? Yes. Thank you. When I said thanks, she was already running away and disappeared. Next day, I waited for Hiro and wondered if it could be true, thinking she wouldn't come and I wouldn't be able to see her. Then 10:30 on the dot, Mahiro showed up. Oh, it's you. I knew it was a lie. Hiro wouldn't come to see me.
What? I did bring her here. Hold on. She's disguising herself and waiting at Paruko.
Oh, okay. I can't believe I'm going to see her.
Hold on. I'll go pick her up now.
Okay.
Stop with that sparkly eyes. It's annoying.
10 minutes later, Hiro showed up. Wow, Hiro?
Shh. Be quiet.
Hiro's right hand covered my mouth. Holy crap. I was so excited I thought I might faint. She lowered her hand from my mouth. So, where's Mahiro?
She left on urgent business.
I see. Maybe she left because she thought it would be nice for me to be alone with you.
Perhaps. Let's go to a cafe. I'm thirsty.
I'm thirsty too. She was disguised, but I went to a cafe with an idol. It was like a dream. We talked for an hour about her new song, why I liked her, and then time finally came to say goodbye. Then when she got the receipt,
Ow!
she grabbed her pointer finger. What's wrong?
I think I got a paper cut, but it's okay. It's not that deep.
You're bleeding. Let me see your hand. I have a bandage. Outside the cafe.
I had fun. Thank you.
No. Me too. It was super fun. I walked home and Mahiro was there again. Mahiro, thanks for today. I saw Hiro and it was like a dream. Anyway, what was your urgent business? And why are you at my place again?
Good for you. Here, take this. I got you a piece of cake from a popular cake shop. That was the urgent business. I forgot I had made a reservation, so I went to pick it up.
She handed me a white box, and as she handed me the box, I saw her pointer finger. There she had a bandage on the same finger as Hiro. Oh well, must have been a coincidence. Had to be. But it looked like the same one I gave to Hiro. It bothered me, so I thought I should maybe ask her. Your finger. Did you get injured or something?
Yeah, kind of. It's just a scratch.
You know, Hiro had a bandage on the same pointer on her right hand.
That's such a coincidence.
Well, hold on, let me see. I grabbed her right hand.
Shinji, there's cake in the box. Stop being so violent.
No way. There's no way you're Hiro, right? Mahiro started acting strange. She suddenly started panicking, turned red, and said,
Fine. I don't mind because it's me anyway. I was jealous of her, the traditional girl idol, Hiro.
What did you just say?
I am Hiro.
I was so shocked I sunk to the ground. No way! You're Hiro? You, Mahiro, are that feminine idol?
Here, I'm going to take off this wig. Take a closer look.
At that moment, Mahiro turned from blonde to black hair. I realized that my childhood friend was actually an idol. I don't understand.
Shinji, you like Hiro, right? Just now, I revealed that I'm actually Hiro. Now that I think about it, you just told me how you liked me at the cafe, right?
Yeah.
Now you know that I'm your childhood friend, but also Hiro. So, who you like is me, right?
I think that's right. Then Mahiro gave me a big hug.
Don't change your favorite idol, alright, Shinji?
You idiot! Hiro has been my favorite since the idol group Candle was first established. You're one to talk anyway. You should quit with the whole traditional type.
Okay, Shinji, but I have to keep a disguise and be blonde at school. Although I'll be black hair, traditional Hiro, when I go on a date with you, as long as others don't notice.
Oh, okay. That'll be great. So I started dating Hiro, my childhood friend, and the center of an idol group, Candle.
Thank you for watching till the end. We are looking forward to your comments. I will be encouraged if you put any kind of comment and give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. See you next time. Bye.